everyone, it's Luphisra here. About to play more of Agatha Christie Evil Under the Sun. So, we were supposed to go back and... we were supposed to talk to people, we were supposed to eavesdrop on people. I'll try and do that and see if I can trigger something.
Ah, Mademoiselle Brewster, you have had a pleasant morning?
Good morning, Mr. Poirot. Well, I was, until somebody chucked something at me from the balcony up there.
Mademoiselle, I have looked into Millie's murder.
And?
I believe I have found the one responsible for her death.
Who was it?
Colonel Weston is having his...
Thank you for the welcome back.
I placed before him. While I cannot tell you with absolute certainty, nevertheless, the indication...
There's something timeless about detective stories set before the advent of the internet. Yeah, that is true. You can't rely on smartphones in the game.
He will be brought
to
justice.
So the way things work is a bit different.
Means to me.
She was a good friend to you, young Millie.
Yes, she was. She was an innocent. Mr. Poirot, I can't bear it when the innocent suffer.
You have the good heart, mademoiselle. I am happy I was able to assist you.
The new Agatha Christie games are based in modern day, though. So there is something with that where it takes place in modern time. You know, like it's a bit different.
It was thrown at you?
I was having my usual morning swim.
Different take.
When all of a sudden, whoosh, something hit the water very near my head.
You do not know what it was, the projectile?
No, I would have swum down for it. But the water's pretty deep here, and my ears won't take the pressure. If you'll excuse me, it's time for my row. The exercise will do me good.
Can I retrieve something from the thing? I don't have anything to retrieve it for, though. Oh well. Kenneth Marshall's on the other side, so. I should use the other door, but it's okay.
No.
Okay, never mind. Okay, bugs again. Load once more. Linda's room.
Latched.
Damn it. Okay, I cannot go into that room. It's okay.
The door is locked, but I can hear the voices from within. Perhaps we should listen a bit closer, Hastings. Well, that is...
I say, Poirot, he seems to be typing up quite a storm.
So he is typing. Okay. All right, what did I miss? I need to talk to Colonel Weston. Okay, then. I can go back and talk to him. I can try my luck one more time, too, with the hill thing. See if I can trigger what I'm supposed to trigger, apparently. If not, I'll go to Colonel Western and see if I could talk to him. Yep, nothing. Doesn't comment or anything yet, so okay, talk to Colonel.
Hello? Need the sea tractor, do you?
Yes, please?
On me way.
There's not so much to do in Leathercombe Bay now that the evacuation's begun. Most places are closed up except the chemists. Mrs. Hughes has to stay because she's the post office too. And lending library if it comes to that. But it's the post that must be seen too. Now that the Smuggler's End is closed, the only pub is the Monk's Hood. Mr. Bagby is trying to stay open long as he can. Once the hotel is closed, there won't be much trade for him.
Mr. Bagby trying to earn a little bit of the bucks before the hotel closes, I guess.
Sorry, no word from Scotland Yard on that sketch you gave me.
Damn it.
Sorry.
We busy.
It tells me to talk to him, but there's nothing I can talk to him about.
Voila.
It says talk, but I can't talk to him about anything. What can I talk to him about?
Sorry, no word from Scotland Yard on that sketch you gave me.
Then what? What can I talk to him about? Showing him item. What item do I have that I could show him?
Well, this is neither.
No. This would be a bug? I hope not.
Like a ride?
Yes, please.
Let's be off then.
Let me check.
If you're looking for entertainment during your stay, there's not much in Leathercombe Bay or at the hotel these days. My Gladys and I usually go into Kingsbridge to the moving pictures, and there's some dancing at the hotel there still. Although, when I asked Gladys for this weekend, she refused and gave no reason, no matter how much I asked. She just said I should know.
Stuck on chapter 4. Stuck. Day of the murder. Okay. Barry's car. Got the shovel. Highest point. Was I supposed to talk to somebody about something?
What have we here?
You need to learn about the highest point or something like that. Is it from conversation? I'm kind of confused. Everyone's gone.
It is an unusual...
It's to keep the clay a bit of a...
I think I need to talk to someone to trigger something, but I don't know who or what.
No, Hastings.
Maybe I can sneak in the rooms or something? I don't know.
The door.
But Kenneth's there. I'm not gonna do that.
No. The door, it will not budge.
You can go in here, but for nothing.
Latched. The door, it is... Quite... Latched. The door.
This is my own room.
No, Hastings. No, Hastings.
Oh my god, okay. Oh my god. I should talk to Colonel. I mean, that's what it says, but I don't know how to talk to him about anything new.
I'm not really in the mood to talk at the moment.
Sure, okay. No one comes to the bar. Jeez.
What are you thinking, Hastings? Poirot, he does not climb up and down the ladders? I swim like the dolphin. I simply do not wish to swim at the present moment.
I don't know, man.
Let him observe.
Hello? Need the sea tractor, do you?
Yes, please.
On me way.
There's lots of talk of Tom Cutter
Eavesdrop on someone first.
buried on the island somewhere. Jewels
I'm a bit confused.
chest. When I was younger, me mates and I would search for it. We were convinced it was up on that hill on the western side of the island. The way the story goes, Tom Cutter would spend hours up there just looking out over the sea. We never found so much as a singular coin.
Maybe I need to talk to the post office girl. Maybe he got some news or whatever. He was sending stuff to me, right? Like, on a Western.
How may I be of service, sir?
I would like to send a telegram.
Of course, sir.
There is no need.
How
Oh,
may I be of...
I would like to send.
Of course.
yeah, I don't have anything.
May I help you?
No, ma'am.
Cosmetics, blood, drugs, food, waxes.
There's nothing. Very good, detective. Oh, that does. Your current course.
I'm so confused. I'm Act 4. Okay, hold on.
Like a rock.
Yes, please.
Let's be off then. The Home Guard isn't all old gents doddering around in their great war kit. There's quite a few lads like me who are itching to get into it, but weren't allowed to enlist. We train. We know how to fight.
N20, E15, N19.
I need to look at this.
Poirot, they could be a map. The number of paces north, east, then north again.
And the starting point?
Albert Bagby at the Monk's Hood Inn told you that Tom Carter would spend hours on the island's summit.
I need to take a look at this again. I looked at it so many times, but apparently I need to look at it again.
Well, I'll bet he's come to...
That's what I was missing.
This is a map to Tom Cutter's treasure.
Okay, so we're supposed to do that. Then we can go up to the highest point where Poirot will make a comment.
North 20, east 19, then north 15. Let's see where we end up, shall we?
1,
Okay, so there's that
3,
cutscene.
4, 10, 11, 12, 13, 18, 19, 20. Eh bien. Now east. 1, 2, 3.
He walks so cute. Poirot's adorable.
11, 12. Hastings. 3 more steps will put me in the center of the... What did you call it?
The ad service court. Poirot, something is buried there. That's why the ground keeps settling. Dig! Dig!
Against my back.
Yeah, so he's gonna dig. It's like shoes too heavy. I mean, he's old. Poirot. Make it look adorable. It's cute. No, not really. Brandy.
That's...
Yes, Hastings. We've uncovered the spot where the monks, they dumped their old brandy casks. Congratulations.
I was so sure.
I suggest another visit to Monsieur Bagby, if you insist on pursuing this.
Good idea, old fellow. First you'd better finish filling in the hole and raking the tennis court.
Look at his expression. Ah. Yeah, the game, it does look better here than in the cutscene, I think. But I'll save. And now I can go back to Bagby and talk to him about the highest point of the island, which could have changed over time.
Hello? Need the sea tractor, do you?
Yes, please.
On me way.
There's lots of talk of Tom Cutter's treasure. We were convinced.
Yeah, okay. Just, I don't need to listen to you talk anymore. I need to go to Bagby.
Did you not say the key to finding the treasure was to start on the island summit? Hastings, we are not here for the treasure hunt.
Well, that's what most believe, eh? What of it?
The directions I discovered led to where the tennis court is now.
Don't tell me you dug up Mrs. Castle's tennis court.
Yes, very amusing. Have you any idea where we could have gone wrong?
Well, let me see. Oh, rot.
Oh, rot, why do you say this?
Well, if you started at the current high point on the island, you would easily go astray.
The current high point?
Yes, you misunderstood me.
I? Poirot? He does not misunderstand.
But you have.
Poirot was so offended.
Explain. That hill is the highest point on the island now. But of course it wasn't back in Tom Cutter's day. That was long before the hotel, remember? They leveled the land around there when they built it. The highest point used to be... let me see. You know that grassy path out from the main entrance a ways? The one that leads to the bathing beach? Well, that used to be much higher. That's where old Tom used to sit and watch. You really did dig up the tennis court?
Yes, I did.
To you, Monsieur Bagby.
Yes, I
The
did.
game of darts, just ask.
Could have told me where the old highest point is, but no. Also, oh,
Life ring, boy. Very handy if the pub should start to sink.
nice. The same one as the one we have in our inventory, except ours is ruined. But that's okay. Let's go back now.
Like a ride to the island?
Yes.
Let's be off then.
Thank you.
I've been looking after the hotel garage and driving the sea tractor for almost 5 years now. Motor cars are my passion. I keep the guests' motors clean and full of petrol. I also tend to any repairs they might need as well. Just look at that Major Barry's motor now. A 1938 Triumph Dolomite. It's a beautiful piece of British style and manufacturing. I can't think but what the war effort will take all the great designers to work on tanks and whatnot.
Bathing beach. Here we go. Is it here? Or is it not bathing beach? Bathing beach. This may not be the bathing beach. Too many beaches.
20, east 19, then north 15. Let's see where we end up, shall we?
1, 2, 3,
Another cutscene.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Hastings, here too is the depression in the ground, remember?
Dig!
Poirot, dig!
Might find the treasure.
Luckily for you, Poirot is an expert gardener. You have seen my vegetable marrows.
We found it.
There! You've hit something! Tom Cutter's treasure is
3 gold darts.
3 gold dots. Congratulations.
It's not much of a treasure now, is it? It's gold, but it's just 3 gold darts.
their gold. Oh, better fill in the hole, Poirot. Wouldn't do for anyone to injure themselves.
Expression. Oh, Poirot. Okay, I know where we can use the darts. First off,
In 20,
And they're starting?
Albert Bagby, and we found...
I want to see if this is the solution to the puzzle. I'm not exactly sure. I need to slot the darts into holes and stuff. Let me take a photo. Yeah.
Very good. As you yourself would say, well played, Hastings. You have correctly deduced that Tom Cutter's Ton 80 was the key to unlocking their secret door.
Thanks, old man.
Unlocked! Okay, I don't need to do anything. I just need to put it in. Okay. Save game before I do anything. Save. Let's go in. What's this?
Voila! The ghost of Tom Cutter becomes someone wearing a coat covered with luminescent paint.
Ooh. Not really a ghost then.
Hello. Somebody's having a bath.
I want to go into the tunnel, damn it.
Rather late in the morning, weren't they?
You have done well, Hastings. Perhaps a misstep or two here or there, but overall I give you high marks indeed.
Thanks, Poirot. Very decent of you.
But now, your mettle will be tested. Recall where each suspect was last seen. I have marked their positions on the map here. As you probe their alibis, we will update the map so that perhaps you can see who had the most opportunity to kill Madame Musher. And do not neglect the inhabitants of Leathercombe Bay. They may also have information of importance.
I'll be thorough, old man. You can count on me.
Excellent! And of course, if you find yourself unable to progress, we will consult the magic of the Finger of Suspicion.
Magic my eye. But at any rate, it's time now for a 5th clue to its secret.
The clue is magnet.
Magnets.
At last, a clue that suggests something useful.
I am glad the clue it pleases you. I shall place it next to the Finger of Suspicion. Use it as you will. When you are ready, my friend, we will return to Seadrift Island. It is now late morning.
You see, it changes like that. Aha. Okay.
The time it is precisely 11:40 when the robot
The murder is gonna happen now.
and Emily Bruce
What we have been waiting for.
headland into Cutter's.
Not really, but it's when the murder mystery is happening.
looks like Mrs. Marshall.
So it does.
We don't want to land here, do we?
Oh, plenty of time.
That's odd. Why is Mrs. Marshall lying in the shade?
Hello, Arlena?
Who's Mrs. Marshall again? It's Arlena Stuart. She's married to Kenneth Marshall, remember? Arlena Stuart is just her stage name.
Brewster senses something. The body, the way it lies. There is something unnatural in the angle of the outspread arms.
Arlena?
Monsieur Redfern too, he hesitates. And then...
Arlena! No!
Is she...
She's dead! Oh, God. She's been strangled!
Was she the one that swam away earlier? Yes. Yes, she's the one that swam away earlier.
was in my room, as yet unaware of the tragedy.
Okay. It's start of the murder now. Okay. Make my way to the scene of the murder. Now let's do that since that's what he wants us to do. What's going on?
Oh, sir. Sir, it's terrible.
What's terrible? You don't just say something's terrible and not tell me. I mean, I know it's the murder, but hello? Fill me in, please? I was in my room. I was staring off the distant space alone. Because Hastings wasn't with him. He didn't come with Hastings. See? Blame Poirot for not taking Hastings with him.
Poirot, there you are.
What's wrong?
What has occurred?
It's Mrs. Marshall. Mr. Redfern and I found her in Cutter's Cove. She's been strangled.
Of course she has. So,
Mademoiselle, may I ask you a question?
Certainly.
she's been strangled. And then, may I ask you a question?
You row me to Cutter's Cove?
Mr. Poirot, after your efforts to find Millie's killer, I'll row you any time you like. You need only ask me. Climb in.
She has very strong arms, I would say. And then Poirot just sits there, not doing anything. It's usually a guy helping the girl out of the boat, but no, for Poirot it's the opposite.
Oh, Poirot, at last.
Only Poirot wear a full suit at the beach. Yes, he doesn't take his suit off no matter what.
Now, 50
Even in the summer, always with the suit.
I would be in your debt.
I will help in any way I
I
can.
wonder how is he not hot and sweating to death?
Miss Dr. Neaston, the coroner. My men have done a cursory search of the cove. We'll be back shortly to collect the remains and with equipment to do a better job.
Who called you?
George Strum, bathing beach attendant, showed up on my doorstep. Miss Brewster sent him. As luck would have it, Neaston was with me, so we came right over.
What could Dr. Neaston tell you about the time of death?
He put the time of the murder at somewhere between 11:15 and 12:20, just before Redfern and Miss Brewster showed up.
The cause of death was strangulation?
Oh yes, no doubt about that. Handprints are very clear on the neck. Neaston may be able to tell us more after the autopsy, but it's pretty clear of very strong pair of hands did that to her. That's all I have for now. Poirot, I hate to drop this thing in your lap like this.
It's fine. I'll solve it. I'm Poirot after all.
Make sure everyone knows you speak with my authority. Do a background check on everyone on the island. I should have a report for you at the police station later this afternoon.
Thank you.
Arlena's coffee flask.
Hello, something was dumped here. What does it smell like, Poirot?
Coffee.
Coffee?
You aren't going to look at her face, are you?
The investigator of murder cannot be squeamish, Hastings.
Still, if you assure me of the facts, there isn't any real need, is there?
Come on.
I
Okay.
categorically that
They're gonna avoid showing us the face.
by a very powerful pair of hands. This is certainly significant. This is certainly significant.
What's significant?
Mrs. Marshall was strangled to death by a very powerful pair of hands.
The hat's torn a little bit.
This is
Not that he'll comment on that.
Mrs. Marshall.
Hello, something...
Coffee, and yeah, that's it. What do you know, dude? Tell me. Talk to me.
What? Oh, Poirot.
May I put to you some questions, Monsieur Redfern? How did you and Mademoiselle Brewster come to be rowing together?
I asked Miss Brewster if I could join her.
Why did you do that? Monsieur Redfern, there is no longer the luxury of playing the little games. Now is the time for truth.
Arlena and I were accustomed to swimming together each morning. When I didn't see her on the beach, I went looking for her. She wasn't up at the hotel. I saw Miss Brewster getting the rowboat ready. That's when I got the idea that if we rowed around the island, I might find her, Arlena. I offered to row first. We set off.
What time did you arrive here?
Sometime before 12. I don't know exactly.
Tell me what you thought when you saw Mrs. Marshall.
Well, I was put out if you must know. I couldn't understand why she was there. I couldn't understand it at all.
I mean, maybe she saw the error of her ways and didn't want to continue the affair.
What happened after their boat beached?
I called out to her, but she didn't answer. She just lay there. I went over to her. There was something strange. She was so still. I knelt beside her, touched her hand, then her arm. She didn't react at all. Then I lifted her hat. My God, her face. It was dark, mottled, and there was marks, handprints on her neck.
Steady.
I'm sorry. She was so beautiful. How could anyone spoil that?
Who went?
I mean, really? She died and that's all I could think about? Her beauty? She lost her damn life.
To protect Arlena. It's stupid, I know. She was beyond anyone's protection. I sat near her, then couldn't take that anymore. We came over here and waited until the police.
Is there anything you saw or thought that might help us?
I'm sorry. Let me think.
Take your time.
There was one thing. I heard a noise while I was still over near Arlena.
What was it?
A clatter on the rocks near the ladder. Something falling. Not a rock, though. Something light.
I may have more questions for you later.
Hey, the ladder. Oh, smoke.
Torn piece of green fabric. The same colour as Arlena Marshall's hat.
Her hat was torn a little bit, the ribbon, so it could be from that.
A smashed bottle with a bit of fluid left in it.
And the fluid has the distinctive odor of an expensive perfume.
That mud looks like it was placed there deliberately. And there's something shiny underneath. That mud looks...
Oh, I need to clear it.
I say, a six-sided metal receptacle hidden by the mud. The mud must have been applied fairly recently, and the metal looks shiny, almost new. And that shape, it reminds me of something. It's like the receptacle for a winch handle you find on the masts of some sailboats to winch the sail up and down.
Ooh. Sailboats. We know one person that has a sailboat, but I don't have anything to open it yet.
That is not...
So I need to somehow get the handle thing. Nothing else here.
An older ladder that has collapsed? I wonder if anyone was climbing it at the time.
Hopefully not.
Poirot will not be climbing up the ladder.
Aw, for God's sake. You know what the thing belongs to?
Poirot, please give me some time to myself.
Fine.
Can we speak a little later?
Fine. No one wants to talk to me. Okay.
I would like to put to you the questions, if I may.
Of course.
How did you and Monsieur Redfern come to be rowing together?
After you saw me at Rocky Bar, I changed and was about to set out on my morning row when Mr. Redfern asked if he could join me.
What time did you arrive here?
We arrived on the beach at 11:45. We must have come in sight of the cove 5 minutes before that.
Tell me what you thought when you saw Mrs. Marshall.
Nothing at first. I assumed she was sunning herself.
And then?
Well, the first thing I noticed was she was lying as if she was sunbathing, but she was in the shade of the cliffs. Then, when Mr. Redfern called out and she didn't answer, that felt odd too. Once we were out of the boat, I could tell there was something unnatural in the way she was lying. Her arms.
What time was this?
He wanted to row right round the island, so I checked my watch. It was not quite 11:30.
Did Monsieur Redfern often accompany you?
No, this was the first time. If you ask me, he was looking for Mrs. Marshall. He volunteered to take the oars first.
But this matches with her story. So, I mean, his story.
Approached Mrs. Marshall. I could see he thought the situation wasn't right as well. He knelt beside her, touched her hand, then her arm, and he started to lift her hat. He saw her face and cried out.
Who went for help?
I did. We both knew someone had to. I'm not the kind of woman who would ever admit to feeling fear, but I was secretly thankful when Mr. Redfern offered to stay with the body.
I understand perfectly, mademoiselle. You must have reproached yourself. Is there anything you saw or thought that might help us?
No, I don't believe so. Yes, there is something. She was strangled, just like Millie and the other woman, Alice Corrigan. 3 women strangled inside...
But didn't the person that killed Millie is Gideon Fell?
Anything is possible, mademoiselle. But
So it's Gideon Fell and it's here?
Seems highly unlikely. I may have more questions for you later.
Of course.
Can I talk to anybody now? Can I leave?
Give me a few minutes.
This is... Does nothing... Oh, that does not make sense. Mrs. Marshall, what? This is...
Hello, something was dumped here.
coffee.
Did I not perform a thorough investigation?
I'll just snip a piece of the fabric from the hat.
Oh, can't I do a comparison? Okay.
I really can't.
What else can I do?
Hello, some
Coffee.
You get a sample of that?
I do not think that... That is not... I confess... Uninteresting.
A bit confused. Okay, hold on. Poirot has a special ability to keep his apparel clean. Yes, that's his special superpower. Keep his white suit very clean. You know, there's nothing gets on it whatsoever. Okay, hold on. I'm a bit confused. Okay, can I roll back now? He's a bit of a perfectionist, yes.
Can you row me back to the bathing beach?
Of course. Would you like to leave now?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Emily. Can I talk to you guys?
May I have a word with you?
Colonel Weston told us to cooperate with you, Mr. Poirot, and of course we will, in any way we can. But this has been a very bad shock to me, and Mr. Gardner's always very, very careful of my health. Isn't that so, Oakley?
Yes, darling. Mrs. Gardner is very sensitive.
I appreciate you speaking with me. You spent the morning here, overlooking the beach?
Yes, we did. And not the slightest idea in our minds of what was happening just around the corner in that little cove.
Yeah, oh yeah. The murder happened not too far away.
And you were here the entire time?
Yes, both of us. From nearly 10:30, 10:25, until Oakley went to play tennis at 12. Isn't that right, Oakley?
Well, not exactly. I did run off to fetch your purple wool, if you'll remember. That was around 11 by the hotel clock. It took quite a few minutes to find it, I'm afraid. 15 minutes, possibly 20.
No more than 10 minutes, surely. I barely missed you.
Methinks she protests too much, Poirot. What is she frightened of?
It is a question we must learn the answer to, my friend.
We need to search the rooms.
Did you see Madame Marshall at all today?
We? But that is to say, no. I said to Oakley, why, wherever can she have got to this morning? First her husband comes looking for her, and then that good-looking young man, Mr. Redfern. I always wondered, why must he go running after that woman when he has that nice, pretty wife, all of his own, didn't I, Oakley?
Yes, darling.
She can babble all she likes, but I heard that hesitation, Poirot.
There was hesitation. I didn't hear anything.
Anything that might have a bearing.
You think the killer would have made the death look more accidental rather than being premeditated? Yeah, I mean,
Anyone can tell you that.
why just leave her lying there? You're surrounded by the
Captain
beach.
Marshall is a very reserved man.
That is all the
And-
questions I have for the moment.
You know, she did say to Poirot, like, oh, I'm gonna go for a swim. Don't tell anyone I'm here.
Yes,
You'd think that you just let her drown or something, right? In the ocean. With the technology that back then, I don't think anyone really had the means to go looking for her. I'm just saying. That's not smart on the killer's part to just leave the body there, I think.
Madame Castle.
Mr. Poirot,
Colonel Weston has informed me that I am to give you my full cooperation. He suggested that I allow you access to whatever you need in the hotel, no matter how private.
I hope that
Yes,
will
of
not
course.
press you unduly, madame.
Well, my duty to the owners, but I have little choice. Here is the master key. This will unlock any door in the hotel.
Thank you.
See, madame. Can you account for your movements between 11:15 and 12 this morning?
Well, from 10 o'clock till 11:15, I was seeing to it the staff were all performing their duties. Then that the dining room was cleared and made ready for luncheon. That was until noon. It was a very ordinary morning, until...
Quite so. Did you notice any of the guests behaving unusually?
Let me think. Mr. Redfern seemed agitated, underfoot, asking if anyone had seen Mrs. Marshall.
What time was this?
Between 10 and 10:30, I would say.
Tell me about the sandwiches and flasks of coffee prepared for the guests this morning.
Mr. Lane asked for sandwiches and coffee. He was planning on hiking, I believe. Mrs. Marshall asked for coffee only. Those were the only requests this morning.
How early are they put out on the table in the dining room?
Directly after breakfast. No later than 9:30. I wonder if you would excuse me. This has quite unsettled me, I'm afraid.
Of course, madame.
She's rattled by more than the murder.
I mean, we know what her identity is now.
Here in the hotel obviously includes the contents of her safe.
Oh, you already know the contents of her safe.
She'll do a bunk.
If she makes the... what was it you said?
Think she'll try to sneak away?
Huh? Yes, indeed. It is good that Colonel Weston is prepared to have her followed.
That's good. That's good. But yeah, we already have the key to the safe. So oh no, I don't mean to switch back, sorry. So we already know what's inside the safe.
Does not... I do not... Oh, that does not make sense. A solid...
Do I not have the key? Oh, wrong key, sorry.
The safe, it... Good. No.
Yeah, same thing. Okay. But yeah, okay. We can go sneak in all the rooms now. With legitimate reason this time, so let's do it. Master key.
Your current...
We can just go in, okay. So automatic, okay. What's that?
This may be important. I'll keep it in my notebook.
No, notebook. Document. Emily Parsons' letter. Dear Emily, it is a harsh world we find ourselves in, isn't it? I think only when I dance can I put it... Something from me? You have given me that escape and so much more. I can't tell you how much your friendship means to me. Love, Millie. Okay. I'm bad at reading cursive.
Poirot approves of the symmetry. Poirot approves of the symmetry.
I like symmetry too, actually.
Believe me when I tell you, Hastings, there was nothing of interest in those drawers.
Cares? Maybe. Maybe it's cares. Okay, so nothing else in the room that's concerning. Gardener room.
Interesting. I'll put it in my notebook.
Okay, notebook. Handbill. Three sisters. Starring Arlena Stuart. Okay, so yeah, now we know it's Arlena Stuart. We already know that already though, so not surprising. Alright. Next room, Horace Black.
They are blackout curtains, although at the moment they are not drawn.
This room belongs to Mr. Blatt.
Okay.
Fascinating.
What's that?
I say, what caused that oily spot?
My nose tells me it is some kind of oil. A test would determine it more precisely.
How do I get the oil?
Does nothing strike you?
I say,
My nose tells
I need a test, but how do I get the oil from this spot?
that will do quite well.
Oh. Okay then. I got oil sample. Nothing else here. Stefan's room? Or Steven's room, as you pronounced it. Anything new here that we haven't seen already?
a Bible.
Not so.
Revelation.
Yeah, okay. That's what we saw already.
This must be Stephen Lane's room.
Yeah, Stephen Lane's room. We already saw his room before. Nothing new.
You must take me at my word, Hastings. That item is not needed for our story.
Okay. Not needed. Alright. Nothing else in the bathroom?
Mademoiselle?
Mr. Poirot, you gave me such a start. I'm all nerves.
Is all well, mademoiselle?
What were you doing in your bath yesterday? It was such a mess. It took forever to clean it up.
I'm sorry. I saved a
To
bird.
explain that...
Well, never you mind. I took care of it. It's my job.
How are things between you and Monsieur Will Jenks?
Mr. Poirot, the Marshall girl told me that there is nothing between her and my will. Everything's patched up.
That's good to hear.
She also told me that you had a hand in clearing up that mystery. If you need a helping hand in this horrible murder case, you just let me know.
Thank you. Okay, I'd have to inspect my own room. Okay, so let's go to the Barry's room.
I think this room belongs to Major Barry.
I know it belongs to Major Barry. Do I not? I cannot open his luggage. Well, okay. So there's notes here.
From the looks of this betting receipt,
Oh, these are nothing new, I guess. Oh well. Redfern's room.
A rather touching photograph.
Hastings.
Okay, so nothing useful. Okay, whatever. Really? There's nothing in their room?
Mrs. Redfern's sketching supplies.
Oh. Can I look at the notebook? The sketch? Really? I can't look at it at all. Damn it.
You were right, Monsieur Poirot, weren't you?
Madame?
You asked me to have patience, and now Arlena has been removed from the picture.
That's not what I meant.
But the manner
That's not what I meant.
is not something to celebrate, I think.
Oh, I'm not celebrating, I'm not that callous. But I do know that eventually that door will open, and it will be my husband standing there.
If you could give me an account of your movements this morning?
Of course. Let me see. On my way down to breakfast, I stopped in to see Linda Marshall and fixed up with her to go to Sanctuary Cove. That was about 9:40. After breakfast, I saw you in the lobby. I sketched that man for you at about 10:20.
Again, my thanks.
Then Linda and I set out for Sanctuary Cove.
What time was that?
I think it was just on 10:30.
What did you do at Sanctuary Cove?
I made some sketches of the birds, while Linda swam and sunbathed. Have you seen them walk, Monsieur Poirot? They quite reminded me.
Ha!
Madame.
Everyone thinks the birds reminds them of Poirot when they walk.
What time did you leave?
At 11:45.
Including me, by the way.
I was playing tennis at 12 with Miss Darnley.
My nickname for Poirot is Mr. Penguin.
How did you know that?
You little penguin.
Linda had a watch. I asked her.
I see. And then?
I packed up my sketching things and went back to the hotel.
What was Mademoiselle Linda doing when you left the beach?
Oh, Linda went into the sea again.
Did Linda Marshall actually enter the sea before you left the beach?
Yes. Oh, yes, she ran down the beach. I heard her splashing in the waves as I climbed the path.
What happened after you went back to the hotel?
I changed into my tennis things and went to the tennis court where I met the others. We played 2 sets and were just going in when the news came about.
It's hilarious. I mean,
Mrs.
Poirot is adamant to deny
Of Madame Marshall.
the fact that he waddles like a little penguin, you know, when he walks.
Yes,
But
yes. But
everyone sees a similarity.
I think I
It's
see.
cute, though. You shouldn't deny it.
I was not perhaps surprised. Shocked, yes. But she was the kind of woman.
she was the kind of woman to whom such a thing might happen. Yes, madame. That is the truest and most significant thing that has been said to Poirot today.
Thank you. Okay. Oh, you're in your room. Hello.
May I put to you some questions, mademoiselle?
Of course, I'll do anything I can to help.
Could you please tell me of your movements this morning?
I had breakfast shortly after 9, say 10 past. Then I collected my book, spoke with you in the lobby briefly, and went to read at the Ledgers. That must have been about 25 past 10. I came back to the hotel about 10 minutes to 12, got my tennis racket and played until about 1.
From about 10:30 until 20 minutes of 12, you were at the Ledges and never left there during that time?
Not entirely. At about 11, I went back to my room to fetch my sun hat. I saw Kenneth Marshall typing in his room.
Indeed. From the hall, perhaps? Or the balcony?
The hall. His door was slightly ajar.
Did you see Madame Marshall this morning?
No.
You did not see her as she paddled her...
That's a very short answer. No.
No, she must have gone before I got there.
Did you see anyone at all on a float or in a boat?
At the Ledgers? Possibly Mr. Blatt. At least I think it was his boat. It had a white sail, though.
You didn't see Monsieur Redfern and Mademoiselle Brewster when they rode past?
No, I don't think I did. You see, I was reading, only glancing up occasionally.
Did anyone pass you on the path?
I was on the lower ledge. Unless someone had called out to me, I doubt I would have noticed them.
You were, I think, acquainted with Captain Marshall?
He is an old family friend. We grew up next door to one another, although I had not seen him for a good many years. It must be nearly 12.
Wow, you haven't seen each other since you were 12? Like for 12 years?
On good terms with one.
You still recognize the man?
Perfectly good terms, I should say.
Monsieur
Wow.
He was very devoted to his wife?
Ken, Mr. Marshall, is rather old-fashioned. He hasn't got the modern habit of shouting matrimonial woes upon the housetop.
Did you like Madame Marshall?
No.
Why was that?
That's a very short answer. No.
With women and showed it.
Like, nope, I don't like her. Not at all.
Men were a very different story.
Do you think her husband was aware of her interests in that line?
I think that he accepted his wife quite frankly for what she was. He had no illusions about her. But I could be wrong.
Do you know of anyone with a grudge against Madame Marshall?
Only wives. But since she was strangled, I presume that it was a man who killed her.
Mademoiselle, may I ask a favor of you?
You found my typewriter, Monsieur Poirot. I am in your debt.
What would you have me ask, Hastings? Could you compare some pieces of fabric for me?
I would be happy to. Fabric is something I know quite a bit about.
Merci. The perfect favor.
Nice.
You are learning to exercise their little grey cells with great skill. It would seem the obvious request.
This cut piece is fine silk. From a lady's hat, I would say. The torn bit is rayon, inexpertly dyed.
Many thanks, Mademoiselle.
Okay, not the same
I thank
fabric.
you for
Okay.
your cooperation.
Please leave me alone for the moment.
I was trying to leave.
More green fabric. From the ashes, it looks like quite a bit was burned here.
Burnt hair? Why are you burning hair?
Linda's watch. It agrees with yours exactly, Poirot.
Therefore, the watch. It is correct to the second.
Okay, so the watch timing is correct.
That's a rather nasty-looking stick pin.
That is not...
Okay, fine. Don't cut.
I'd certainly like to see what Miss Marshall has stashed in there.
That is a massive
Then
puzzle.
the combination to the box. It must be found. Trial and error will not open it.
Yeah, this is a tough puzzle. I will find the combination and open it later. Will the combination be here somehow? No. Nothing in the room anymore that I could see. How do I find the combination? Clearly not in the room. Maybe somewhere else.
Forgive the intrusion, Captain Marshall. My condolences. Forgive me, but I must impose upon you.
Carry on.
Poirot, I just saw a shadow by the balcony door. I think someone is out there listening.
Ah, well, we will let them listen, I think.
Ooh, someone's eavesdropping.
Mrs. Marshall was your second wife?
Yes,
You have been married how long?
just over 2 years.
The marriage? It was a happy one?
Certainly.
Really?
Have you any idea
It's a
who
happy
might have
one?
killed your wife?
Really? I don't
Had
think
she
so.
any enemies?
Possibly.
I say.
Oh?
Don't misunderstand me. Arlena was an actress. She was also a good-looking woman. She aroused a certain amount of jealousy, envy, hatred, malice.
From men as well as women?
Mostly women.
Was Mrs. Marshall previously acquainted with anyone in this hotel?
I believe she had met Mr. Redfern before, at some cocktail party.
How did you spend your time this morning?
I breakfasted downstairs at 10 minutes after 9 o'clock. After that, I went down to the bathing beach where I saw you. I had a quick bathe. Let me see. At about 20 minutes to 11, I returned here to type some letters. I typed until 10 minutes to 12. I then changed into tennis kit as I had a date to play tennis at 12.
Who else played the tennis?
Mrs. Redfern, Miss Darnley, and Mr. Gardner. I went down at 12 o'clock. Miss Darnley was there. Mr. Gardner and Mrs. Redfern arrived a few minutes later. We played for about an hour. Just as we came into the hotel afterwards, I got the news.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
I feel bad for the guy.
In her room, opening her letters.
What was her manner? Unusual at all?
No, perfectly normal.
Did she mention at all what were the contents of the letters?
No.
Of course not.
You did
Don't make it too easy for me.
pardon me, object to your wife's friendship with Monsieur Redfern?
I wasn't in the habit of criticizing my wife's conduct.
You did not protest or object in any way?
Certainly not.
Packet of lies. We overheard them arguing.
Exactly, they were arguing. The butler did it. Who's the butler? There's no butler in this hotel.
You will not deny then that Monsieur Redfern admired your wife?
He probably did. Most men did. She was a very beautiful woman.
You were persuaded there was nothing personal in the
Yeah, right. The two
I know enough
kissed.
about it.
Utter rot.
Did your wife leave a will?
You know, I'm not sure.
Her solicitors?
Barkit and...
Also, one thing, they're married, right? Husband and wife. Why do they have different
Was
rooms?
she well off?
Well, yes, her career was very
That's
successful.
so weird.
I would expect she was worth in the...
Like, I understand wanting some
50,000
privacy. No, I
You
mean,
would call your wife a
I
rich...
can imagine, like, when you live together with someone, you want some privacy,
I suppose she was,
right?
really.
Some time to yourself, do your own
Aren't you
thing.
getting a
But
good
you're
way?
on vacation together. Why are you not
What I
in
believe
the same
is
room?
surely not relevant to the plain fact
I don't
of
get
murder.
it.
You do not comprehend, Captain Masher. There is no such thing...
Not really weird that marriage
plain
not
fact
falling
of murder.
apart. That is true.
Springs 9 times
Arlena did
out of the
kiss
character and circumstances
Mr.
of the
Redfern.
murdered person.
So
Because the victim was
the
victim,
marriage isn't as
just he or
happy
she
as he
was.
wants us to
Therefore,
believe.
Was he or she murdered? Until we can comprehend fully and completely exactly what kind of person Arlena Marshall was, we shall not be able to see clearly exactly the kind of person who murdered her.
Was there anything else?
Not at present, thank you.
Feel free to nose around all you like. I need some air.
I will say though, Kenneth, I think, really does love Arlena. It's Arlena that may not love him as much. Okay, let me look around. Anything else I could find in your room? Because I've been in here before and there was nothing. And apparently there is still nothing.
This is certainly significant.
I mean, it's not the typewriter that was threatening her, so whatever. Already know which typewriter was used. This is Arlena's room.
This looks important. I will keep it in my notebook.
Okay, and then another note over there. I'll look at it together.
I'll just put this in my notebook.
Technically, there's one thing I want to say that I really like is that they have a separate notebook for documents. Because I know in a lot of other games, a lot of other point and clicks where they just have all the documents, like every paper that you find, like anything is just in your inventory. Everything is in your inventory, which makes it hard to find like a specific document, like letter or whatever that you want to look at, you know, because everything is just in your inventory. So I like when games have a separate one, you know, like this one, you could just click and you know where to find the document. Okay, darling Arlena, got a few blue. I didn't know any man could go on feeling crazy about a woman like I feel about you. Thanks for the check. They won't prosecute now. It was a near save. Or near shave. Whatever. Dough and all because I wanted to make big money for you. Can you forgive me? Don't forget me. But you won't, I know. You're mine always. One day, I'll prove it to you. One day, when you least suspect it. There I will be. Until then, think of me. Who's Jay at? Redfern's letter. Arlena. Do you know Arlena? Da, da, da. Can I look at them? No, I can't. It's just from Patrick. Okay. Can't really read them, but...
This room belongs to the beautiful Arlena Stuart, Marshall.
Okay, Arlena Stuart Marshall. That's the door. Bathroom.
I say, old man, are we looking for anything in particular in here?
We are indeed Hastings. We look for that which is not here.
Oh, that's a big help.
Okay.
Arlena Marshall's most delightful and expensive perfume. It is the same as that which we found in the cave.
Okay. Not sure what's that is. We'll have to test that.
Looks like ordinary bath salts. Poirot, open the lid.
I cannot, Hastings. The lid, it is screwed on most tightly.
You have no strength at all, Poirot. Seriously, you can't open this lid. You can't open the varnished lid. What can you open? And how do I get them open? sealed tight. Can I cut it open?
I am so...
Never mind.
There are red hairs.
He's not a physical guy at all.
No mistaking.
He doesn't like working out, moving. Yeah, I mean, he's got the smarts. Has to have like you know, a flaw somewhere, right? And that's his like physical attributes, I think. Okay, nothing else. Kenneth's room. Did I explore all of the rooms already?
Believe me when I tell you, Hastings,
Nothing in the drawers? Okay.
they are blackout curtains. Although I am sure that this site would have...
Funnily enough, he was a soldier. He was a soldier? Really? I did not know that. Is he a soldier in the books or something? No towels. Odd. Okay, wait. Yeah, hers is the last room. Went through all the rooms. Okay, what do we do now? Send a telegram. Then test the substances and compare the hair samples. So everything that we need to do on the main island. But it is 12 a.m. It is 12 a.m. and I think I'm gonna end here. I think it's a good place to end the stream, actually. Because although I don't work tomorrow, I work on Thursday. And I'm gonna try not to sleep as late today as I did, like, you know, the previous couple days, because if I do end up sleeping too late today, that means I will sleep. I'll have to wake up really late, you know, and then I will stay up late. But yeah, so I will just end here for now. For those of you watching YouTube, thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care, okay?